Hey guys, this is Luigi Rocks 2014 bringing you the special cup of Mario Kart Wii. So let's get into this. Surprisingly enough, there has not been a single special cup track in this game that has made an appearance in any other Mario Kart game aside from Mario Kart Tour. Yes, I'm aware that Rainbow Road is in that one, but I don't count that as a thing because it's like, I'm sorry, I just don't like Mario Kart Tour that much. I don't mind the tracks coming back in Mario Kart 8, but as far as the game itself goes, I don't really care too much about that one. And as far as what tracks I want to see return in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe goes, as far as that goes for the Special Cup, Dry Ruins is definitely one that I wouldn't mind seeing return. I love the music on this track, especially the outside part, but even the inside part that you're about to hear right now is also pretty good too. But yeah, both the inside and outside music's pretty good, and honestly hope that Nintendo will keep that as a thing, because they didn't do that when they brought back Wario's Gold Mine. Because I don't know if you heard from the Flower Cup video, but if you listen carefully, that track actually has two different sections of the music. One is inside the mine, and then another is like outside the mine and stuff. Dry Ruins kind of has that same mechanic as well. As far as which part of the music I like the most, I actually like the outside part more, to be honest. I don't know, I definitely seem to like that more. Yeah, as if that wasn't ridiculous enough, I got hit by a POW block and a blue shell. I can kind of see why Nintendo got rid of the POW block in later parts of the series, because I can understand, yeah, with a blue shell hitting you and then a POW block, it's like, you know, it just doesn't really help with trying to stay in first place. Now look at that, another blue shell. Are you serious? Jeez, and I thought the blue shells in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe were annoying as shit, but damn. I guess those weren't the only annoying things in this game. Or in that game, I should say. Oh, jeez, yep, and I got hit by the swooper, which prevented me from getting an item. Alright, yeah, watch out for dry bones. I'll try not to get hit by his bananas if he has any, which he probably doesn't. But yeah, the thing that I also find really cool about this game is if you're playing as your Mii, most of the statues that you would see of the characters' faces, like Yoshi or Luigi or whatever, will be faces of like your Mii or other people's Miis that you have stored on your Nintendo Wii. That Mii that you're seeing on that statue, that's actually my brother's Mii, in case anyone in the comments is wondering. So yeah. Because yes, obviously, as you probably have seen, I'm not the only one that's played this game. While it is true that I'm probably the only one that's beaten it, like gotten all the trophies and stuff, you know, I'm not the only one who in the family who plays this game. I mean, my brother, most of my family members don't play this game as much anymore, like they used to, but, you know, the save files are just still there if they ever want to play it. Okay. Alright, so we got 15 points, got first place. Now we're going to go into the next level track thingy. Yep, Moon View Highway. This is also another track I wouldn't mind seeing return in Mario Kart 8 as well. Just like Dry Ruins and Wario's Gold Mine, this level also has two different parts of the music as well. Meaning that the music changes at some parts of the level that you're about to see here in a second. Yeah, right here. This is basically where the music starts changing at this part. I can't, of course, hear the game audio, but I know that it changes here because, you know, I used to play this level all the time back when this game was a thing. Also, I think it's really funny how, like, the Fire Flower has a face, how it can always have a Mii's face on there when playing as your Mii. This is mainly one of the reasons I decided to play as my Mii. in this run through because I thought it'd be interesting to see the me faces on a lot of the billboard statues and shit like that. Okay. Alright, yep. Oh, what else is there to really say about this track? You know, this track in Mushroom City from Mario Kart Double Dash, like, I don't know, these night-themed tracks, or city-based night-themed tracks, or whatever you want to call them, I don't know, I always seem to love them for some reason. What I don't, however, like is when, what I don't like is how the cart is getting constantly hit by the cars. Like, this, it's almost as bad as the cars in Mario Kart 64 Toad's Turnpike, which if you played the mirror mode on that one, or extra mode in this case, as it's usually called, the cars in that one are annoying as shit. Like, I don't know, I just don't like the idea of the cars going towards you. I'd kind of like it better when they just go in the same direction as you're going, because when they go towards you, it's like, sometimes it's hard to avoid getting hit by them. I don't know, that's just my experience with playing this track, my one problem I have with this track. Other than that, it's like, I don't really have a problem with this track returning in Mario Kart 8, especially since it hasn't even made a return at all in any of the Mario Kart games. And even if it returns in Mario Kart Tour, I have no intentions of playing this track on there. Yeah, Mario Kart Tour has been a Mario Kart game I've never really intended on playing, and I don't think it's one I'll ever play. I don't know, it's just mainly because it's not really the kind of game I prefer playing. I don't know, I feel like the idea of playing a Mario Kart game on a mobile phone just was not really meant to be, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. Nothing else. And now we have Bowser's Castle. Yet another track I wouldn't mind seeing return in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and the Booster Course Pass as well. Once again, I am still today is actually January 30th that I'm recording this post-recording. It'll probably be the only video you'll see be recorded with post-recording, the only day I'm going to record post-recording for this game. Because, well, it's really late at night and I have to work the next day, so yeah. Unfortunately, the next few videos probably won't be recorded until sometime within tomorrow, January 31st. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out because some of you guys are probably going to be watching this video on like August 13th and are probably like wondering, what are you talking about, Luigi? The tracks that are in the Special Cup have already made a return or something like that. Like, I just thought I'd point that out in case if they actually do return, because again, this video won't be coming out until about 6 months after the post-recording's done. Because, you know, I have a bunch of other walkthroughs scheduled to go live before this one. So, yeah, that's just why I wanted to point that out in case if any of these tracks do return. This section of Bowser's Castle, I actually love. I love the wobbly track and all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like that's like another awesome mechanic. Is the wobbly track. You know, that's like one of my favorite parts. But the next part coming up is with the Bowser statue, or mechanical Bowser shooting out the flames, is also pretty cool too. I won't lie, though, it actually looked really weird and kind of creepy at first when I first saw this. But honestly, it actually wasn't really a bad concept, especially on Nintendo's part. So, well done to Nintendo on that. And I hope they still keep that in the future Mario Kart 8. Like, if they ever bring this back, I hope they do keep that statue. Because, yeah, that's part of what makes this track the best, is the statue, the wobbly track at the beginning and all that stuff. I mean, even the part with the lava geysers coming up over here is also another awesome part of this level. The only problem I have is getting hit by them. Because, you know, sometimes it's not always easy trying to avoid getting hit by them. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. And then I get hit by the blue shell as soon as I get in first place. It's like, really? I can't stay in first place without getting hit by a blue shell? Like, really? I don't know. But yeah, if at any point, you know, this video does come out on August 13th and some of these special cup tracks actually do make an appearance in Mario Kart 8, then, you know, then awesome. I'm glad Nintendo did the right thing, and if not, well, then screw you, Nintendo. Because, yeah, I definitely would like to see some of these tracks make a return. But the one track I definitely want to see return most from this game, aside from these tracks, is Daisy Circuit. That's one track I feel like I want to see return. I don't know. It's just that track. I don't know. Even though I never cared about the track that much growing up, it's like as playing it now, then as I'm older, it's like I actually don't really mind the track that much as much now. I'm actually okay with it. Oh yeah, this part here, this was kind of a close call, almost losing first place there because of all the geysers and the POW blocks. But yeah, any of the Special Cup tracks making a return is fine too, like I said. And again, they probably will have already made a return by the time you guys watch this video. So yeah, at least the late 6-month call will happen, you know, if it does happen, that is. Anyways, so here's Rainbow Road. Oh yeah, and I actually did not point this out either. Well, one thing I've forgotten to point out is that this walkthrough, is actually the last walkthrough that I recorded for 2020. And funny enough, I was initially going to take a break from recording videos on this during the coronavirus pandemic. Like, this was going to be the last walkthrough I was going to record for during the pandemic, but because, you know, it went on for like another year or so, because it went on for more than a year, it was like, well, it was at that point when Super Mario 3D World came out on the Switch, I decided, you know what, I guess I'll go back to recording more walkthroughs since this COVID thing wasn't going away anytime soon. So yeah, that's part of the reason why you don't end up seeing any more walkthroughs after that's part of the reason why you're going to be seeing Super Mario 3D World coming up after this, because this was like at that point where I was hoping I wouldn't have to record any more walkthroughs, but it was like, you know, because I wasn't really certain when things were going to go back to normal, I was like, well, I guess I might as well go ahead and go back to recording walkthroughs now that 3D World had been ported onto the Switch. And yes, when I did record Super Mario 3D World, I did record that and Bowser's Fury around the time the game came out, so it might seem a little weird to you guys that you're probably going to be seeing it on like sometime around within August or September or whatever. It might be weird seeing this almost like a year later or pretty much a year later after the release came out, or 2 years, I should say. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on. Yeah, pretty much the release date of Super Mario 3D World that I recorded, being uploaded a few years later. Honestly, had I actually uploaded the videos on the release date, and I don't know, maybe my channel would have gained more traction by that point, but because I waited so long, because I had put off uploading those videos for so long, it was like, nope, probably not going to gain the traction that I could have gotten, but that's fine. But anyways, Rainbow Road. You know, I looked up a lot of videos on this track in Mario Kart Tour, and I'm not even going to lie, this track doesn't even look as good in Mario Kart Tour as it does in the original Mario Kart Wii. I don't know, I mean, I like this version of Rainbow Road a lot more than the Tour one. And hopefully if they do bring this track back, that it's not going to be as shitty as it was when they brought it back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm hoping Nintendo will fix some of the problems that the Tour version had. Oh yeah, and if you also notice in the background, you might also notice there's star bits in the background. That's again, this track, when this became a thing, they were kind of going with the Super Mario Galaxy vibe. So anyone who didn't see my Super Mario Galaxy walkthrough knows that those star bits are pretty much a reference to that game. Oddly enough, I've noticed that when playing this in split screen, if you're playing this with 2 or more people, the star bits are not there when you're playing with 2 or more people. Like, I don't know. In multiplayer, there's a lot of certain things they'll get rid of when you're playing with 2 to 4 people. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the Shell Cup. Later, guys.